Good evening. My name is Annie Conboy and I'm a medium and psychic. And this evening I'm hoping to channel the energies of my guides and inspirers in the letter from the light side. I'm live from home this evening on Facebook and on YouTube. And it's really interesting to be back live. Last week I did my letter in Malta, and this week I'm back home again. So it was only a brief visit, but I'm missing the sunshine. Never mind, I'll be going again. I'm sure of that. So I hope that you can take something from this message. It's not individual messages, but it's to reach out to everybody. My guides and inspirers want to give us an update on what the energy's like, and also help us with what's coming up for us in the week ahead. And that you can take something from this. That would be lovely if you could. Can I first of all start by saying, though, thank you to everybody who watches, whether you watch live or on catch up. Thank you for everybody who comments and who shares the letter. I do hope that wherever it goes, someone can benefit from whatever the guys have to say. It's great to be able to do this. I've been doing it a long time now. Having first thought I couldn't possibly do it, they got me into it, and yes, I can do it. And I have been doing, I think I'm on year 5 now. Might even have gone into year 6, I'm not sure. Must go back and check sometime. Anyway, so where have we been with the energy? Wow. Well, let me just say it was wonderful to be in Malta and stay on Gozo, because it is a beautiful island picking up and locked into Atlantis energy, and we are very, very much in that Atlantean energy at the moment throughout the world. What we're doing is we're being helped to try to shift our consciousness, shift our vibration into a higher level, so that we can start to recreate a better world. We have to do the inside work first, and then the outside follows. If we haven't switched and changed the inside, the outward doesn't come about the way that we need it to. It's all about the power of our intention. And I've got Ethereal with me tonight, who is one of the Earth's guardian angels. He's here to help us to make this ascension back to a level of spiritual, emotional, mental and physical understanding that we had in Atlantis, and that we haven't had for quite a long time, thousands of years. So he's here to help us to shift and to help us to make the most of that shift. And certainly while I was on Malta, one of the things I was picking up from him was that we need to connect back in our love for each other. We need to connect back into understanding that we're all human and we all fit together. And you know, sometimes it seems so obvious to say that. Sorry, it's just tweaked my ear. It seems so obvious to say that, and I go to him, yeah, well, that's so simple, and he'll say, yes, but you're not getting it. You're not getting it. And I'm going, oh, okay, yes, I know the human beings aren't getting it, but we do need to get it. What is drawn my attention to this week has been the beautiful time that I've spent with women. The return of the divine feminine is a very key part of this, because that's our creative energy, and it's in all of us. All of us have dual energy. All of us have masculine and feminine energy. It's the mix that's important. It's the harmony and the balance of that energy that makes the difference. that helps us to contribute the best we can. And Ethereal is very much on track with bringing us back to that understanding that what is in each of us is in all of us, and that we have this creative, powerful love we don't even know we have. So I've spent, 2 weeks actually, not just 1 week, in the company of wonderful women who are visioning the world in different ways, but all coming from a place of love and understanding we've got to put the love in order to get the love out. And that's Ethereal all over. He wants us to put that love in so that we can get the love out. He is really keen that we take this opportunity that's presented. We've gone into a new astrological year. We've started a new cycle, and that new cycle can help us to bring things out in ourselves that maybe we hadn't even realised we've got. So you might have found that the last week has been a kind of a letting go and an embracing, making room for the new, and interestingly, plugging into those deeper energies while we rest. So you might have found your dreams. I've been doing healing work in my dreams in various countries. You might have found your conversations. You might have found just a quiet walk and feeling like you want to connect with the planet. It's all about recognizing the healing that needs to be done is to restore the love, put the love back in, make everything a gift of love. So still turbulent energy. Unfortunately, we are entering a new cycle still with some of the old cycle energy. That always happens, and we have to be aware of it and not get caught up in the old energies and the old patterns. One of the issues for me with the energy on Malta is about the past lives I've had in Atlantis, and reconciling and reflecting on those lives and bringing it together, bringing it into this life. What did those lives teach me that means I can deal with whatever the patterns are right now? And you may find, bit of clearing going on there. It's all ethereal. You may find that past lives are very much present, that you're getting intense experiences, those intense experiences making you wonder what's going on. But the way that past life patterns identify themselves, the karmic flow, it's the intensity of the feeling, the reaction that's really strong, and you think, why is it so strong? But it's showing you where old habits are carrying on, and we're in a new cycle. We've got a new moon. We've got to try and put ourselves ahead of the old patterns, break the old patterns as best we can, and try the new. So you might also have found this week that you've been trying the new, looking at, I might give that a go. That's really interesting. I've never thought about trying that. Just allowing that new to present itself to you without any expectation of where it's taking you and where it leads and what it's about, but diving in and going, yeah, I'll try that. I've been to Malta quite a bit, but there were still new things in the journey this year, still new stuff that I hadn't encountered before, and it was very exciting and kind of, yeah, let's try this. So opening to that idea of let the new in, let that newness come in, because it's new energy and it's positive change. I know we have to change, and I know we don't like changing, but we have to, because that's what life is about. It's about changing and evolving and growing. So letting some new stuff in is also really important. The levels of intuition, the levels of intuitive opening are very high at the moment. In Atlantis, or Atlantean times, I should say, because it's the whole cycle of Atlantean time. Our intuition was the way in which we navigated the world. We connected through our intuitive energy. We felt each other. We knew each other through our energy signals rather than other ways, and we combined and operated as a single energy being, almost, if you like. We were the cells in the body that was the energy body of the earth, of all the human beings on the earth. And we need to get back to that. When we're back to that, we will view life in a different way. We will change the ways in which we do things, because it will harm us if we don't. It won't make sense if we don't. So the levels of intuition are rising, and you may also have felt with this new cycle beginning that your intuition's picked up a bit more, and you're getting a little bit more contact from your guides, or a little bit more breakthrough, more messages. I've been lucky enough this week to have a really busy week, and messages and messages and messages, but all coming through really accurate, because the people I've been working with have also had a boost to their intuition. It makes messaging so much easier when you're dealing with people who are coming from their intuitive energy. And the way in which we move forward is sharing that intuitive energy and allowing it to be the way in which we make the connection. It's a very loving way to do it. And I must mention crystal children. Sorry, he's hopping about all over today, Teliel. We have a generation that's growing up at the moment that is high vibrational, intuitive beings. They're human beings, but they're fully switched on, where we're maybe only half switched on. So you may be around a young person who's under 22, or around 22 or under, and you might wonder why they are frustrated with the world, why they don't see the world the same way we do, and they are anxious, or sometimes just irritated by the way that older human beings manage the world. These young crystals are plugged in and connected, and they're trying their best to lift that energy for us. They're trying their best to radiate the love to us. Anybody who's living around a crystal, all you get from these lovely crystals is love, love, love. And like a Telial, they're little batteries of love. But they also ask the hard questions. They say, why are we doing things like this? And it can be tempting to say, because. I've tried that with my crystal and it didn't work. It can be tempting to say to ourselves, well, why am I doing it like this? And get the response, because, and to kind of keep doing the same old because it's what we've always done. And yet we're being shaken out of that. We're being asked, stop doing what you're doing and try to do things differently. And the crystals are challenging us with that. And the guides and inspirers are challenging us with that, asking us to lift our hearts energy, to start to put that love out, radiate the love, and of course to love ourselves. We don't have to be perfect. Human beings are never perfect. It's not required of being human. It's illegal. He's like, oh. It's not a requirement to be human. that you have to be perfect. In fact, it's our imperfection that gives us so much beautiful diversity. It's the fact that we are different and that we are able to have free will choice that gives us so much choice. And what he wants us to do is grab that and love that and look at this beginning cycle, look at this next 12 months and go, right, how can I live this differently? How can I imagine it differently? How can I plug into other people and let's do it differently? It's not a time to step back and go, well, my ideas don't work. It's not a time to be quiet about yourself. It's a time to move forward and to connect. As I've said at the beginning, I've just spent so much time with amazing women who are all making a difference in their own way. Women in business, women spiritually, a lovely little baby. It's a fabulous new crystal, just giving us, the sense of what power there is in our love of each other and our diversity. What power there is in being able to do the thing we feel right to do. The woman who is growing her own vegetables and passionate about the land she's living on. The woman who's my crystal friend, she's crystal mad. The woman who's a brilliant astrologer and who I always look to for insight. The woman who's running a business network and just makes it so friendly and easy. The woman I live with, my lovely daughter, who's on the last bit of her degree, and just the woman who helps her with that, because she needs a mind that will work like hers to get the dissertation finished. Just all this wonderful energy. Now, I live with, there's a lot of women in my life. I'm not saying that men aren't in our lives, but what I want to say is what has been really the highlight for the last couple of weeks is the divine feminine. I have some beautiful friends who've stepped in and they've helped me because I needed a dog sitter and a house sitter and a cat feeder and we've just got this kindness in the divine feminine, this compassion, this love that's about, yes, I can give something to you and I know you'll give it back in some way or shape. And this is what we have to take out into the wider world, to switch into that intuitive, creative, loving flow and say, right, come on, let's raise this vibration. Let's get this love out there. Let's recognise that it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. We are all the same under the skin. Telia bangs this drum a lot for me. It doesn't, country, colour, race, language, who you're partnered with, what you like, it doesn't matter. What matters is we're part of a beautiful race of beings, and we can't necessarily see that because we're not letting that beautiful flow of energy out there. We're not seeing how wonderful love is and how much it lifts us. And we go through dark times, all of us. There's no human being who has it easy. There really isn't. It doesn't matter how much material stuff you've got. If your heart is heavy, your heart is heavy. Italia wants you to see, don't envy, don't compete, don't compare. There is no one who escapes the pain of loss. There is no one who escapes losing their life. There is no one who hasn't had some kind of suffering. What pulls us through is when we find the love. What makes it bearable is the love. And it's what others can give us and what we can give ourselves. So in this new year, in this fresh start, in looking at how we all hang together, let's try and hang together rather than pull ourselves apart. Let's address these issues and say, how do we pull together rather than fight over what really is nothing whatsoever. You know, we're fighting over countries. Nobody can take a country with them when they die. We're fighting over ridiculousness. Nobody can take any of this material stuff with them when they die. I always remember my own mother saying there's no pockets in shrouds. You came in with nothing, you go out with nothing material, but you came in with a spirit full of love to bring love into this world. And what you take out of it is the love you've amassed, is the love you've given and the love you've taken and the love you've shared. That's what goes with you. That's what the spirit takes. Doesn't take anything else. So why, this is a crystal cry, why are we fighting over the material world? We have a wonderful planet, a planet that's a Garden of Eden, and we're busy fighting over bits of it. Really, you know, it's just crazy. I know in Italy I was going, it's crazy. But it is. And we have to change. We have to change that. We have to understand about love, about the most precious thing that we actually have. And that is love. Love for each other, love for ourselves. Nothing else will cross that barrier back into the afterlife. Nothing, not a thing. So why do we fight about it? Why do we want to grab it? Why do we want more? Well, we don't. So we've got an interesting year, aren't they all? But Eteliel says this is a year where we can really open to that intuitive knowing, that we can support and help our crystal children grow into the people they need to be to really change this world around, to show us the way. We need to listen to our children. We need to accept that their wisdom is very simple and straightforward, but it's wisdom. We lose it. We've learned to lose that early wisdom, and we need to go back to it. And our ascension is about finding the route back to that wonderful childlike wisdom where it's very simple. There isn't black and white or even shades of grey. Children, intuitive children, all of them intuitive children, they know what matters in this world is love. And we need to listen to them as they tell us in their own way. That's what we need. That's all we need. And that's Eteliel all over. Love. Love is the only way. As you go ahead this week, try to find the opportunities to love yourself and love others. We still need to work at recognising that we're not different, and we still need to work at recognising that we're diverse, and that's what makes the human race wonderful, that we are different, diverse, that there is no one way to do anything, that all that we are is part of each other, and that we can work together. The energy is a bit heavy, draggy. You may feel a little bit held back in the coming week. Just remember, you're working hard on a spiritual level to put more love into the world. So above all, give yourself a chance to rest, give yourself time to relax. Be with the people who inspire you. Be with the people who make you feel the love. Be with the people who will share the love. And be with the people who know that we are working towards unity. They're the people to hang with, because they're the people who will help you and I and everyone else find that unity. We're learning lessons the hard way, so let's try the easy way for a chance, for a time. See if it works better. Give that love, give yourself love, share the love. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. I hope that you can share some of the love from Material and from myself this evening. I hope that you have a good week. Hang on to the love above everything. That's what matters. And the Atlanteans, the energy of Atlantis is in those crystal children. They will show us the way. Remember, they're radiating all their love to you. So give those young people the love back. Thank you. I'll be back again next Thursday. I think. And I hope that you have a really positive week. Take care, everyone. Bye.